Hey guys, it's Will here, and today I'm going to be doing a small Series X collection. So it's pretty much just like all my Series X stuff, which I don't have much because the Series X is still pretty new. So this will be a really short video. So yeah, let's start with the controllers. So this was, I guess, well, still is my blue controller. It is the Shock Blue one, but I put a special shell on it and metal sticks and ABXY buttons. And I actually stopped using this shell, and I pretty much just swapped it back to the normal one, and I've had it like that for a while. But I got tired of, because since, I don't know why, but like every single time that you pretty much open a controller, well, Xbox controller, specifically the Xbox One and Series X ones, these side rails, after you put them back on, the OEM ones, they are like super creaky. Like I took the side rail things off of the black one just to clean it, because there's a lot of like gunk in these like cracks. So I took it off to clean it, and as soon as I put it back on, I realized it started creaking. So if you squeeze it, like, and well, see it's kind of creaky, and it was like 10 times worse on the blue controller. But now with the shell on, it doesn't do it at all. So yeah, and I pretty much use this because here's the third controller. This is my main controller, but pretty much when this one dies, because they have rechargeable batteries, which I'll get to right now actually. I have one of these in this controller and then one in the blue one. The black one, pretty much what I did was I pretty much like the blue, or the blue one better than the black one, and I wanted two working controllers, so pretty much I just swapped the two like motherboards. So now this one has the weird like thing that where the trigger is like pressing non-stop, and this one works perfectly. Yeah, these are just like cheap random ones. They aren't the ones made by Microsoft, as you can see. I don't know if it says a brand. No, there's no brand on here. So yeah, I love this controller. This is probably my favorite Xbox controller ever made. Well, not the Series X one, but like this, the Forza one, as far as looks. Now, I feel like the Series X and S controllers are kind of like more small than the Xbox One ones, and still to this day, a lot of people say that they're like pretty much the same, except for a share button and the different D-pad and the grip, which is actually not on the shell. But if you've never felt one and you're like hating on it that it sounds the same, or not sounds the same, feels the same, you would have to feel one, because they actually feel pretty different from an Xbox One. Like I said this in a really old Series X video of like comparing Series X controller versus Xbox One controller, I think. And but it feels like they basically just like sliced off part of the plastic on this side, so it's like more like my fingers can like touch when I'm using the triggers, because it feels weird to do like this. I am speaking about these way too long. Let's go ahead and move to the console. So the console is just a normal Series X, the only one there is. There's no other models of Series X. The manufacture date is like somewhere in 2020. It's actually, I'm pretty sure it is the, let me see. Let me see if I can find it. It's like the, where is it? It's like in the top 2,000 consoles first made. I'm pretty sure. I can't find it, but Yeah, the manufacture date is September something, 2020. So it's a pretty early Series X, which could be good, could be bad. I don't know. And this is what I use to store most of my games. It is a Seagate portable drive. It's a HDD or HHD, whichever one it is. I forgot which way it is, but yeah, it's pretty much just like a little black like slab. I would like to get one of the expansion cards once they go down in price, but they're just way overpriced right now. And let's move on to this. So you may be seeing that this looks a little different. This is, if I can get it off, this is a thing that pretty much turns one USB port into 4. So this console has 6 ports. So it actually has more than the Xbox 360 Slim. Now the only thing that I don't really like is I know I understand why it's so thick, but I wish they would have like made it look kind of better, because it's just like a sticking out brick on your Series X. Let me put it on. I don't want to get any hairs, because there's like dog hairs in my floor, because I have a dog pretty much. I'm gonna use one of the games to stand it up. Yeah, but it kind of just looks out of place. Like I was thinking it would look more like factory. But speaking of games, let's go ahead and get into the games. So all of my Series X games are. Now this is one that I recently got at GameStop. It was pretty cheap, and it is one of the games that's like made for Xbox One, but it plays on Series X. But I'm still including it because it has Series X on it, pretty much. And this is a next-gen game, kind of. Then Cold War, which I got with my Series X when I got it, pretty much. Then Farming Simulator 22, and then Forza Horizon 5. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I love the Series X. I hope it's like one of my... It's like my console that I have the most games for ever. But it'll be kind of hard to beat, because right now I have over 30 360 games, and that's the console that I have the most games for. I think I could count, but I know there's 5 Kinect games. There's 2 games here, and you guys add this up if you really want to know. So that's 7, and then there's 4 games here, 4 games here. I actually changed this a little bit, so now there's the 2 sealed games in front, and then and 23 games right here. So 7 plus 23 plus 8, add that up if you really want to know. That's pretty much it. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you please smash that like button, and if you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.